If your Instagram engagement is down, if you feel like you've hit a dead end with your account, there's a few things that you can do right now to fix this whole thing before you actually have to start over again with a fresh account. In the past, we've also talked about ghost followers and how they might keep your reach down. There's also been some changes around that because, as you might know, the Instagram algorithm has changed quite a bit since early last year, and so have certain strategies, hacks, and fixes. Now, chances are you've just recently experienced a drop in reach and engagement. Recently, meaning right around the end of November, beginning of December right now. And looking at my data, it seems like reach always starts to drop right around that time. I guess it's because the holiday season starts and people just have better things to do. However, I've worked with more than a handful of clients, a few handful, where a natural reach drop like this propelled them into Instagram purgatory, and their reach never really recovered after that. I call it the downward spiral. Yeah, what a creative term I came up with. And basically the reason for this continuing reach drop, engagement low, only comes back to themselves, the creator. Let me explain. At some point you get a natural drop, all good, there's ups and downs throughout the year. It's normal on any platform. But because you probably base your happiness on vanity metrics and validation you get from invisible internet points, you start posting less because why, Dominic, would I waste my energy into something I get just no returns back? And bam, the consistency drops. There's other creators in your niche that continue to post that take away the attention that you normally get. Sadly, people start to forget about you because essentially they're goldfish. And when you finally got yourself together to come back, it might be too late and you're gonna have to start from scratch again, from the low reach numbers that you had when you started out, for example. Now, could that be you? Maybe, possibly, because 7 out of 10 times, and I'm not exaggerating, where I've worked with people dealing with this, that was actually their problem, the real problem. Now, obviously there's multiple answers and solutions to that, and usually it is possible to come back from a situation like this. And the first and the most important thing you have to do is start posting frequently again. Well, duh, Dominic. But before you scream, well, this is what they all say, you need to be very intentional of what you post right when you come back. The content that you post when you actually come back needs to be content your initial audience is very interested in and more likely to get engaged. So let me explain how to actually do that. The Instagram algorithm, if you know, this is how it looks like, by the way, obviously knows the people who follow you, and it also knows the top 5 to 10% of people who engage with you the most. Unfortunately, there's no way of exactly knowing who that is. But yeah, if you think about it for the other way around, you can actually see it for the people you follow. If you go to the following tab, the people that you follow, there's this thing called least interacted with and most shown in feed. And if you're a little smart about it, you might be able to spot patterns, what those accounts actually do to get shown in your feed more and more. And then you're gonna take these concepts over and wrap them around your strategy. Just for the smart ones. Now, the really important thing is create content that actually gets those people interested and that gets them to engage with you just a little more than usual. Because if those top 10%, let's say, don't engage with you with your post when you come back, your content won't pass this basic threshold test the algorithm does, and then it just can't make it further to get shown to a wider audience. If you do, however, pass this test, and maybe you even manage to get just a little bit more followers than usual to engage with you on average, you might get propelled out again of this whole rut to get shown to more people. Ideally, those people engage with you as well because it's good content, but should be clear anyway. So how do you do that? First of all, your analytics. Dig deep into your stats to find out what was the content in the past that gave you the best engagement. And then think why that actually was. Odds are you can either simply repost this content, yes, you can do that, or and focus on content like this for the next few weeks. Hence, this is why you have to ask you why. You understand it. The next thing you can actually do is to propel yourself out is hopping on certain trends, especially within your niche, which obviously works the easiest with reels, especially with trending audio reels. And sometimes it's just dead simple just to create trending reels content consistently. Obviously this shouldn't be your only content bucket, but especially when your reach is low and you feel like you're shadow banned, trends can actually get you out of this rut pretty quickly. So how do you spot those trends that you can use? And sometimes it actually literally takes you a minute. The easiest would actually be my own weekly trend reports and content ideas I've been doing for the past months. Basically, every week you get trending audio and ideas how to best use them to get the maximum reach out of them. You know, lots of people have gotten quite a bit of a boost just utilizing these trends so far. And yeah, if you sign up now, you also get the whole vault of past trends and ideas. So basically, you'll never run out of content ideas again. Link is down in the description. Now, let's go back to the Instagram algorithm and let me show you something that I found out doing research, which is basically all that I do the whole day. The head of Instagram, our old friend Adam Mosseri, usually speaks of Instagram as a way to connect with your friends, among other things. And I always thought to myself, why does he keep saying this always in context when speaking about the Instagram algorithm? And then I think I found the answer. At least I found something that's interesting. In the past, Instagram have always battled with bots and spam accounts, and that's actually one thing that really brought down the value of the whole platform, if you ask me, especially for advertisers and so forth. And I guess they're still having massive problems keeping bots and spam followers away from the platform. And boy, do I know some agencies, I'm not gonna name them, but yeah, they sell very real looking fake followers. I just don't understand it. Just be careful, kids. Anyway, if we look at it from Instagram's perspective, one thing to see if an account is fake is the way they interact with the creator. And I guess connecting with the creator like a real person will be just unfeasible for these bots. Cause yeah, you have to program them, they all have to, you get the idea. Also, if we take a look at it, Instagram actually ranks people you know, or they think you know, way higher in your feed. And what do you do with those people that you actually know, apart from liking and maybe commenting? Right. Mostly DMing back and forth from time to time. Something a bot would almost never do, especially since they have very good algorithms recognizing bot DMs. So one thing you really need to adapt in your overall content strategy anyway is to not be this one-sided creator who creates content and says, well, look at my content. I am the creator. Now shower me with likes. Yeah, it's actually not how it is. It's a two-way street. It's a dialogue. Yeah. And yes, getting people to send you a DM and then you actually replying to that, or a story you reply, that's what ranks you up within the algorithm like nothing else before. So when you create content, especially when you want to get your reach back up, always think of ways to incorporate your audience into the content. I'll have some videos coming up about that. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, by the way, if you're new here, or if you're not subscribed yet. Now let's talk about this old kind of term, ghost followers, right? And if you've been around here for a while, I'm sure you've heard it before. Basically, it's followers who are either fake or who don't engage with you anymore. And knowing what we do now about the Instagram algorithm, if those 5 to 10% of followers they initially show your content to are fake or dead or not active, probably not the best for your overall reach, right? Thinking about it. So what can you actually do? Should you delete those ghost followers like I have advised you to do before, or not? The answer is actually a little different because the algorithm has changed. And right now I say in 97% of cases, don't delete your ghost followers. The cons usually outweigh the pros nowadays, especially because the algorithm looks at recency and then you can't delete so many followers at once because they've gotten really strict about it. Generally, the algorithm has a little bit of a better understanding of who your audience is and whether they're real or not. I'm gonna make a separate video about this whole thing. If you guys want me to, let me know in the comments. But to be honest, all these things that we just talked about right here are actually just a small surface scratch of what you can actually do to boost your reach organically and get the Instagram algorithm to notice you again. And yeah, as we know, the Instagram algorithm has quite a few specialties you should just be aware of if you want to grow. And to get up to speed with those specialties, this video is what you should watch right now. Bye. Bye. Yeah, bye. Whoa. Ow.